There you are. Okay.
Yay! Hi,
Yay. So
everybody.
wonderful. So
Mm,
I am so grateful that
mhm.
Cherilyn Jones is joining us today from Making Magic Moments. And I have been the recipient of so much magic coming from this woman here on your screen right now. I feel like I have lived an entirely different life from the moment I met her. I've experienced things that I have always dreamed of, that I've always wanted. And her coaching, her experiences, her time spent with her is just simply magic. That's the only way to talk about it. And so I'm really grateful that she's here and she's got so many gifts to share with you guys. So I'm just going to let it unfold from there. Thank you so much for being here.
Absolutely. Thank you, Stacey, for that amazing. It made me tear up a little bit because we have shared so I've watched you bloom and oh my gosh, expand so much. And we've shared so many mystical, magical experiences together. And I got her hooked on the whales. So now she's all, and the whales are here. They're so excited about everyone that's here. I can feel the whales are for sure calling everybody. And so I'm honored to be here with all of you. I can feel the energy of all the special people that are here. I see some familiar faces. Caitlin, it's good to see you. Leanne, Naomi, I see. Oh my God, Cassie, there's so many faces. I can't even get through the list. But I'm just honored to show up. And I want to give a message. The whales, especially, would love to do a group message for everybody. So if you guys are open to that, I would love to do that for you guys right now. We'll get this started with a lot of fun energy and let's see what they have to say. And actually, just like behind me, I'm getting it's a group of 12 white whales, which is actually something that is legitimately also on the planet. So there are all white whales. There are at least 3 humpback migaloo, and then there were 2 humpback baby white whales born last season in Tonga and Moorea, and a male and a female. And then we have several. We have an all white blue whale. We have orcas. There's a famous orca named Frosty. So there are several actually all white whales that live in physical that represent this energy, and they're non-physical. So I just wanted to share that tidbit of information. And let's see what they have for you guys. So they're showing me this really beautiful, they have us all in the center and they're on the outside of us. Everybody in energetically are together here, connected on this call. And so they're actually just circling us in the outer parameter of the circle. And as they're circling each one of you, they want you just to be receptive to the energy and the impressions that they're sending you. And just pay attention to any images or feelings, sensations, words, songs, even they're saying that come into your heart or your mind. And just to take a nice big deep breath because they're sending you all beautiful, what I call whale medicine energy, which medicine you didn't even know you needed. Not to fix anything, but to actually support you and your growth and your expansion. And so just allow yourself to receive as they're sending you this energy and this beautiful energy, these messages. And now, as they are focusing on all of you individually and as a collective, they want to give you a really beautiful message through my words, through channeling through me. And so before we actually get to that part, they're just finishing up giving all of the energy, all the messages, all the impressions, the sounds. And they actually just want you to, in your imagination, hear a song of a whale or a sound of a whale, because that's also very healing. The frequency when they sing is very beautiful. And all the whales sing, by the way, all individually. We're most familiar with the humpback song, but all the whales sing. All of them have vocal expression and send out that energy to help as well, to support. So just allow yourself in your imagination to hear what it is that they're sending to you frequency wise. Okay. And now we'll go on with the message. Dear ones, we're all so beautifully gathered here today for this beautiful moment. And we offer to you not just this energy, but also a remembrance, a reminder of the light that you are, the divinity that you are. And we ask for you to feel within your heart and soul at this moment, to acknowledge how bright your light is, to acknowledge the genius that you are, the creative that you are, the wonderful, wonderful being and beacon. So they're actually giving me a second image of all of you standing like lighthouses in all different aspects and all different places in the world right now, and how valuable your light is. So they just want to show that image to you as a reflection. And back to the message. not only are you a lighthouse and a beacon for others, but you are truly that for not just your past selves, but your future self. You have versions of you that are all connected, that are all paying attention to where you are right now with your frequency, with your attention, with your focus. And so we ask of you, we invite you to call us in more often, to come play with us in person if you so feel called, but to allow us to play with you in the way that your imagination will allow, to allow you to imagine connecting with us in a playful way, in a beautiful, intimate way, and to honor your beautiful passions, your beautiful callings, and your beautiful nudges as they are your guidance from that grander perspective of you, from all of us here supporting you as you all are connected. You all are feeling the frequency of us and recognizing our connection with you. And so we ask that you honor that connection. Invite us in as often as you will to listen to our song, to pay attention to our breath. Our deep breaths are an anchor for you as well, to remember to breathe deeply and fully, that you're breathing in life force energy with every breath. And the more that you allow and the deeper that you breathe, the more that you allow yourself, your flow of energy, your flow of expansion to flow through you, to bring in the riches that you are, to bring in the support, the love, the fun, the bliss, the joy, the wonderful synchronicities and signs. And with your breath, you can, in any moment, connect to not just all of us, but the grander, the larger part of you. You are a fractal of that larger part, and we remind you, the beautiful fractal that you are, as your light just emanates for many others, but also allow that light to emanate just for you. Remember, your energy is divine, but it is to be cherished, valued, and protected. To call your energy back to you when you feel it get a little bit leaky, and to honor those things that are important to you. We give you this wonderful, wonderful welcome, this introduction to what's in store for you. And we invite you again to play with us as often as you will. All right. I bless you and leave you with that. I would love to play a little game. Stacy, if you're up for a game.
Yes,
Okay, so
absolutely.
what I would love for you guys to do, and whoever wins this game, what you're gonna do is you're gonna win a free personal reading from me. And all you need to do is to put in the chat. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna write down a number on a piece of paper, and I want you to be, we're going to play mind games. We're going to do a little telepathy. And by the way, if more of you get it right, like if more than one, then you'll also get a free reading. So I'm going to write down the number that the whales are giving me, and I want you guys in the chat to write down that number, or type it in, I should say. And then I'll go ahead and I'll chat for a minute, a little bit. And then when you're done, when everybody's had the time, and you guys let me know when you think pretty much everybody's responded, then I'll show you my number, and I'm just gonna hold it here to the back so you know. And then I'll show it to you when everybody's responded. And if nobody, so they also said if nobody's guessed the number, that's okay. The one that is the closest will get it. Okay. And so, and then I would love to take this conversation. I would love to also chat a little bit about Stacey's experience with the whales, because I think a lot of what Stacey represents is her beautiful magic and ability, right, to help everybody imagine. But I think what's so cool is that she's attracted people like me and the whales into her life to allow her to expand her magic and her ability. And that's something that I love to witness and experience. So I'd love to hear you talk a little bit about your passion for the whales, and then also just kind of I'll write off on that with another kind of expansive message for all of us.
Amazing.
Let's hear.
Well, and I remember it was 2021, I believe, the year, I think that was the year, because it was just after COVID.
Yeah.
You were like, "Hey, I'm going down to see the whales like next week. You want to go?" And I was like, "Sure," because I'm the kind of person who loves adventures and loves the outdoors and loves to experience more of the outdoors. I had no idea what I was getting myself into. I was like, I just thought we are gonna go out on a boat and we are gonna maybe like look out and see a couple spouts happening and like
Yeah,
watch from
no.
afar with some binoculars and look around. And I do have a video here if we want to show it at some point. But what happened when I got there, I mean, my heart, I feel like my heart came out of my chest and just blew out everything I knew was possible. The first experience we had there, we were there for 3 days, and the first day, this baby who was probably 6 or 7 weeks old, I would,
Yeah, old baby. For
it,
considering they stay 6 to 8 weeks, yes, after they're born.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, 6 to 8 weeks. And it was it came with its mom and to the boat, right to the boat, knew where everybody was on the boat, picked who it wanted to play with,
Mhm.
and would play with them, would allow you to touch it. When I got my first kiss, it came, I was like, I would love to kiss you. And it like came out of the water so I could
I
kiss.
have that
And
video.
it surprised me because it came up so fast. I was like, whoa,
Yep.
like, because it was so eager to kiss me back.
Yeah.
And then the baby played with us for 4 hours straight. And its mom just sat there and baby basically said, hey, like babysit this guy. He's got so much energy. This whale, this baby energy was like doing flips for us, like twirling.
Oh, the twirly, the telepathic communication, that's, the other thing that happened for you
Yeah.
that I've seen, beautifully is how you've really expanded and, just mastered in a lot of ways your telepathic communication, and they've been really gracious, teachers.
Yes, they have. That was really my first. And Cherilyn, for those of you who don't know, was at Sea Life Park. She worked with all the animals there, and she's been active with animal communication for a long time. And so she was teaching me telepathy with the animals and showing me, okay, here's how you send a message. And it landed in my heart. And I felt like the real connection with the whales, and they've been with me ever since. So I absolutely adore it. I want to spend as much time as I can there every year. Love taking people, love helping other people through that experience as well.
It's a magical experience, and it's hard to describe. It's actually ineffable. Those I know that there's a couple people here that have been, and it's hard to describe. But I do want to talk about a little bit. You mentioned Sea Life Park, and I want to talk about this because I think it's applicable. So we are all getting, messages from our other versions, especially our future versions. They are guiding us to the things that we're wanting to experience in our life. And so when I was a little girl, I remember having communication with my main spirit guide. His name is Marlowe, and he was showing me images of my future self playing with whales and dolphins, and what I'm doing now, which is taking people down on these retreats to hug and kiss wild whales, the only place in the world that you can do this. And of course, when I was a little girl, I had no, like, I didn't even know that was a possibility. I didn't know it until I think 8 years ago was my first trip that I went on. And so it's, blew my mind. But one of the things that also occurred is that he would tell me, you're going to work with a combination of a whale and a dolphin. And I had no idea. I would try to draw what a whale and a dolphin would be together, not understanding that there is such a thing as hybrids. And the first animal that taught me telepathic communication was a hybrid of a whale and a dolphin. Her name was Kei Kaimalu, and she's a world famous whalfin, where a false killer whale and a dolphin mated and had a baby, and it was in captivity. And I was super judgmental about dolphins and whales in captivity because of course I love them, and who wouldn't have judgment over that, right? Because we think we know it all as humans. And when I showed up to do an externship there, and I was wanting to get my master's in marine biology, and so I wanted to go to Hawaii just to see if I would enjoy it. University of Hawaii Manoa is where they had a great program. And I showed up there, and I was super condescending and critical and judgmental. And she got my attention, and she started saying, hi, 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 as she was popping up out of the water. And I finally recognized, I was like, where's that coming from? It's in my head. And it was from her. And when she recognized that I got it, then she immediately started communicating to me, and she gave me this powerful download. She said, I'm a powerful creator. I chose to be here. You watch. I am being by love with thousands of people every day. And it's my relationship with them that helps them build a higher consciousness to go and make decisions that impact my family in the wild. And so there was a message that the trainers were giving after every program to please reduce, reuse, and recycle, to please make conscious decisions so that affects their family in the wild. And so she was saying that. And she also said, by the way, I can do whatever I want. If I don't want to do a program, I can just hang out and have sex all day. And I'm fed sushi grade fish. And I did not believe that for a second. I was like, yeah, right. And sure enough, the next day, we did meal prep and fish prep, and they were like, yeah, we have to feed the whales and dolphins sushi grade fish. If it's missing an eye or a fin or a scale, we can't give it to them. And I was like, is that even a thing? Come on. And then the next day she didn't gate, and she was with three boys, and all they did was have sex all day long. And there were thousands of kids there. They had multiple kids from the whole state of Hawaii there, and they were just beaming her with love. And I share this because even as little kids, you guys, we remember that kid-like energy of what it's like to get and receive messages or to connect with animals or nature in a powerful way. And you guys are having that happen all the time. if you're just allowing yourself to connect and be present in the moment, right? It's like that presence. And I want to ask you guys, so this is before I get to answer the person that won the reading, I would also love for you guys to type in the chat, what was a childhood dream or something that your heart wanted for you as a child that you would still love to experience? So take a moment to jot that down or type it in, because I think you'd be surprised how it actually inspires other people. So for me, it's doing what I am now, which is helping people. So I'm like a spiritual coach, intuitive coach, and I also take people to the whales and do a retreat where I teach intuition, animal communication, and telepathy and things like that. But what is it that's your heart as a little kid, your imagination as a little kid, things that you would daydream about that really made your heart sing? So I would love to hear some responses. And ooh, oh my gosh. Oh, I would love you to go on a whale trip with us, Almira. And Almira, I think you were the one that won. So I think I saw you. If there was anybody else, the number was, is it going to show? 33. I don't think it's going to show. Oh no. 33. I see. Oh my God, Cassie, you got really 343. I love that you got you were like right there. Oh, I love it. And normally it would be eights, by the way, Naomi. Eights are my favorite. So Elizabeth, I see some people put eights in there. So that usually would be my highest number, my highest excitement. But the whales gave it to me, so I had to honor what they want. Oh, okay. I love that. Hanging out with some kangaroos. Oh my gosh. Joseph, I have the greatest picture for you. I have a baby. I'm holding a baby kangaroo. Um, Yes, Leanne, working with animals. In what way? Tell me, Leanne, what way would you want to work with animals if you could have it all your way, and you can be a healer and talk to animals? That's why, Elmira, you have got to come to the whales with us. Oh, Naomi, make the world a better place and be famous. You already are doing that. You already are doing that. Of being amongst the stars and darkness with gleaming light and fractals all around me. You do, Caitlin. I love that so much. I love that. Oh my gosh. Oh, Leanne. Okay, so Leanne, you definitely gotta come hang out with us in the whales more for sure. I would love this whole group to go. That'd be a lot of fun. Oh my God. And a marine biologist, of course. Of course. Ah, I love that. There's so many good ones. Ah. Oh my God, Leanne, that's so awesome. Okay, so thank you for sharing those things. What I want to do now, Stacy, I want to have a conversation because I know there were some things I want to hear about you. What did you as a little girl, Stacy, think that, you were going to do or be or have a dream?
I was always, well, first I wanted to be a dentist because I liked the way it felt like a massage in my mouth when they would
Yeah.
clean my teeth. And I was like, I want to give people mouth massages.
Oh my God.
But that very quickly passed, and everything was Legos and building. Everything was always build it, knock it down,
I
build
love
it, knock it down, create something new, create a space for people, knock it down, build something else. I loved making dominoes. And the other thing was the circus. Wanted to be a circus. Yeah.
I forget. Yeah, I knew that, but still, that always reminds me of your energy of like how cool that is.
Yeah.
Oh, you thought you were a dolphin in a former life for sure. Many people that are connected to them, absolutely, absolutely. Absolutely. And that's something I feel like, like you can weave any of that through, but I love the idea. Also the Lego, Stacey, that's super powerful because it's a connection, right? It's like things that fit. And so they're guiding me right now to say that to you guys about life is like a puzzle, and each piece has to be its unique shape in order to fit the rest. And that when you try to be something that you're not, you actually can't support the whole. Not only do you not support yourself by not being something that you're not, but you can't support the whole. Does that make sense? You can't support the whole puzzle if you don't fit the right way that you were meant to be. And the shape that you are is exactly right now. And of course we change, right? We evolve and grow, but the puzzle is going to evolve and grow with you and fit the piece that you are meant to be. So just honor the shape that you are now, emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually, and be the shape that you are. Honor it and really be the shape that you are, because that's what supports the whole puzzle. It's a lot of times we think we need to be different, right? We think we need to, change or fix or da 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 da. But what's so true is that as we integrate all of the aspects of us, that's actually the expression of our natural true self. And so I love that Stacey talked about heaven on earth, because like my all the things in my background. By the way, I'm wearing a unicorn t-shirt in spirit of this event, because when I was a little girl, I used to go to a planet that unicorns were, and there were holographic trees with streams, and I remember like interacting with them. And by the way, that's a Pegasus unicorn, which also exists. Dragonflies, owls. I have an Stacey's met the owl family that I hang out with every year. They had 3 owlets this year. I got to watch them grow up. And don't forget about my crow family that I hang out with twice a day that follows me miles away. Stacey's seen that too. And so it's like heaven on earth for me. My fairy tale life is this, where I get to have communion with all of these beings and all of you, and be my light and express my natural skills and talents in a way that helps other people but also fulfills me. And so I am asking that of you guys, because there's a beautiful, I can feel there's an energy within all of you, this desire to serve, but also a desire to serve yourself and express yourselves in the unique way that you are. And so my question is, have you like, what is your ideal of your fairy tale life or your heaven on earth? Have you thought about that? Have you given yourself the grace and space to actually like write it out, to get clear about what your heaven on earth is for you, what that grandest version is living and experiencing? Because that's what you're meant for. That's what you're meant for. And I can see many of you in some ways are living it in some degrees, but there's always room for more. There's always another level, isn't there, Stacey? And there's always times that we forget who we are. We have amnesia. And as I tell Stacey, sometimes you feel like you're the butt of the joke rather than the one that's telling the joke or laughing at the joke or laughing at yourself, but that's okay. You still know it's a joke though. And so I have heard of people that have experienced that they can't remember imagining as a child. Absolutely. There's the version of you and the version of other people. You sometimes you shift so much. That's what a walk-in is, from my understanding, is where you've shifted so much, you've jumped timelines so much that the past, you're so disconnected to that old version and that past that you don't even remember it. And you don't really have a remembrance of your some of the things in your childhood. So that just means that you've really grown a lot in this life if you have amnesia, not just of who you are, but of who you were. Because remember, if you really know that time doesn't exist and it's all happening now, you're creating your past and your now. And that's why some of it feels fuzzy, because you can't connect to a frequency that's so vast and different from what you're being in the moment. And so I feel some questions. Does anybody have any questions about some things that I shared? Do you want to ask? I'd love this to be a conversation.
I have a question. I have my virtual hand up. I'm loving this. So I'm just
I love you.
receiving, ah, I'm just like, I'm receiving a download of a question, non-linear. It might not come out. Okay, when you camp and sleep over under the stars near
Mm.
the whales, or just maybe, so the question is about how much you're tapping into dream states. Is life a waking dream? Is there kind of a synergy? And is anything happening with the subconscious? Like I
Oh,
just
that's
want to
such a good
hear.
question.
Yeah, I'm so juicy.
Yeah.
Take
So
this in
before I
any
knew
direction.
that there were actual legitimate white whales in the physical, I was having experiences on a daily basis when I was dreaming at night, lucid dreams where I was doing also a lot of Abraham cruises at the time. I did all 3 Abraham Hicks cruises every year for 6 years straight. So I was on a cruise ship often. And
Mhm.
in my dreams, I would jump off the cruise ship and they would meet me in the water, these white whales, and they would just like, we would play and we would do all, I could breathe underwater. I could have all these experiences. I had such a powerful experience where I would be with them, and then I would walk up on land, and then all of these symbols and things would happen and things would morph. And then I had an experience where that happened in real life. So yes, it's for sure happened in my subconscious, in my dream state, and in meditations before it actually manifested in my physical reality. And the way it manifested in my physical reality was And this is going to make me laugh so hard. So just give me a moment, because I'm having a full circle moment right now, realizing this. So this weekend, I'm going to a psychic and healing arts fair that I'm about to tell the story. My friend's birthday, he got us all tickets for this same psychic and healing arts fair. And this was years ago. And when we show up, there's a booth with a woman who has pictures of the white whales. And I'm like, that's where I'm going. And her name is Lori Rayon, and she does the whale and dolphin medicine school, which I went to because, of course, right? Like, and so I sit down, and she puts on, and she does this like really cool, and she has a cat named Puda who's also connected to Seth consciousness, and and Puda just sits right on my chest and gives me all these downloads from all these whales, and like the timing of me being there, and I'm literally gonna laugh hysterically because guess who's going and having a booth this weekend at that same event, different location. But so you're asking, yes, I'm connecting to them in my dream state and my waking dream state. And then I'm also bringing them to people. So that's one of the things at the event that they've asked me to do. I got invited to this event this last year, actually was the first time to speak at the event about the whales and dolphins, and I was asked to do meditations. And so I was given a booth, and it just naturally unfolded that I started doing readings for people because it just happened. And then I got invited back. So what's so cool about that is that they were like, we would love for you to share our energy in the form of meditations, and also to blast a video. So when I'm at this event, I'm going to have a TV that's like, blasting the whale retreats, because that's their energy, sending it out into, and and by the way, it's in Santa Monica at the 3rd Street Promenade. So if you're not doing anything tomorrow, Saturday or Sunday, come say hi. I'll be there. I'll have a booth right by, I think there's a meditation center. We'll be right there on the promenade. But I love so much that you asked that question, Caitlin, because see how connected everything is,
Yeah.
and see how as you feel the inspiration or the impulse, or feel them, you feel connected to them. That's their call. That's them reaching out to you. You have to be the one to answer the call. And I tell people that if you're having dream, people will say, I had a dream of you and a dolphin or a whale. And I say that's them calling you. You got to come to the whales now.
Yeah.
So yes, I'm always feeling connected to them. They're always guiding me, as all of us have guides and helpers and teachers and loved ones, but in the spiritual realm and the physical realm, every day, Stacey knows this because she feels that I do a blessing to everyone and all the beings, including the people that I love, very near and dear to me, specifically sending them energy to all my clients. Yes, Leanne, to you, to all the peeps. And one of the things is the whales support that energy. So their energetic value, they are not only helping memory stores, water stores memory, I should say. And so in the ocean, they're stabilizing energy. So they have grid patterns of really beautiful pillars of light that they establish in all of the oceans in the planet. And because water stores memory, they're also part of the Akashic records. That's part of their role, is to hold and store the Akashic records. So that's the record of all thoughts, all creation, all experiences. And so they're doing many different things. That's just a couple. They're doing many different things. The whales are the oversouls of the dolphin consciousness. So that's why when you see whales and dolphins in real life, like they're like, rendezvousing together, that's because there's recognition. That's also why many of you, and especially Nicholas, you said you feel like you are a doll, or you're connected. That's because you are. So there's a recognition. That's why when people see them, they immediately feel like it's different than if they were just to see something, like something else. Not that it's any less valuable or valid, but there's a deeper connection. It's like why you have a preference for a certain type of music or a food. It's because there's a different connection for you. So if anybody else have a question, Caitlin, did I answer that okay for you?
You answered that so much more than okay. Like I found myself just yes, and of course I just can't wait to have more times with them, because I feel like I'm always with them. That's the kind of weird
Sure,
feeling, like
sure.
it's not a binary, but yet
No, we're
yeah.
all multidimensional, and they're aware of their multidimensionality. We just forget more often than they do. We have a deeper level of amnesia than they do, and especially animals and kids. So that's it. You just
Yeah.
recognize it, acknowledge it more, and they're always available to all of us all the time. So
Well,
just your
yeah.
acknowledgement and your recognition, which it's like what you put out comes back. So the fact that you're recognizing and acknowledging it means you're going to get more back.
Yeah. And we think about ourselves as receiving this energy, but everybody here, when you see these whales, they're receiving our love. Like it's incredible.
It
You know?
is. And
Yeah.
I just want to be honorable of the time. I just felt the impulse. So I would love to close this out. Stacey, would it okay to do just another energy blessing to everybody? And so you guys just need to receive and allow this energy. So they have a lot to send you. So just close your eyes for a minute, put your gentle awareness on your heart center. And as you breathe in, putting your gentle awareness on your heart center, I want you to focus on the love and the appreciation that they have for you. They see you, they know you intimately and deeply. They have so much admiration for you, of who you are, the light that you are, and just receive as they allow to send you this energy. Just feel it fully and powerfully. Allow them to take care of anything that you'd like them to take care of. You can set the intention to help release some tension or solve a problem or a challenge that you're working through, to give you an idea or to support you to know yourself more, to know your power more, to know your creator energy more. Allow them to dissolve and any resistance in your body and to activate and energize your cells. And allow that love to grow and expand, going beyond you, out further into the world as a beautiful reminder of the beacon of light that you are, expanding further and further out. And let that love emanate and come back to you like a boomerang. And just with your gentle awareness, send your appreciation, admiration, and love for them, and gratitude and respect, and say thank you. Okay. Well, it was my highest honor to be here and to share with all of you. Thank you, Stacey, for having me on.
Thank you so much. And I heard the snoring of Canyon that
Yeah.
came at the end as well. So thank you. I so appreciate it. Thank you for bringing all the energy of all of the multidimensional selves and juicing up the planet. Thank you. Thank
Yes,
you.
yes, yes, yes. And please, if anybody wants to join, it's I'll put it in the chat, CherilynJones.com. If you guys are interested to go check out the whale retreats, I'm going to actually be adding a new page this afternoon. So please come. I would love to host you guys. And if you ever want to do a reading, Elmira, can you please send me a private message or connect us, Stacey, somehow so I can do her reading?
I think that's Elmira from QHHT.
I
You might.
know, but I just want to make
Well,
sure.
okay.
Like you, okay, it's okay. I just want her permission. It's okay to reach out to her through this portal. Yeah. Okay. I got her. Yes. I got her energetic. Yes. Okay, cool.
All right.
Awesome. Love you guys. Mwah.
Thank you. Thank you.